We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to the Freak Show, where our one rule is we're back in action. I am your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Fantasy Commander Eukarion Wars is here. It is now. That's what we're going to be checking out on this day. It's from AgeOfGames and Untold Games, and it has an upcoming release date that I am not 100% sure what said upcoming release date is, but I believe it's due out later this year. That all being said, a big shout out and a thank you to the developer for reaching out to me and hooking me up with the code for this. I've had this for a few weeks, but it's been very turbulent, so super excited to finally clawed out the time to actually get into this and play it. So let's begin. I've not actually touched this at all yet, so going in totally blind. All right, campaign. This is an old school game. I believe it was originally released years ago, and now it's being brought to Steam, essentially. And I'm gonna assume there's probably some remasteration going on. So some stuff has been made nicer and tidier. And hey, look, we're running at 1080p here. We've got the normal 1920 by 1080. Games from many years ago didn't run like that, so I'm already happy about what I see. Okay. There are several different campaigns here. The Art of Command, the Courage of a Knight, the Defense of Hedmal, the Sacrifice of the Dwarves, and the War of the Heroes. It looks like it is telling us that we need to play them in order.
Carl believes in your abilities and is asking you to lead the armies of Adamantia into battle. But can you really lead an army? If it is the first time you take part into a War of Eukarion, maybe the legendary Commander Fergus could teach you something useful.
Sweet. Teach me, O mighty Fergus, the commander of old. All right, well, let's begin. So, several campaigns, storylines, just kind of continuing with what is going on. I'm here for it. It's, of course, tactical, turn-based, so you guys know that I'm very excited to cover it. All right. Epic victory, heroic victory, major victory, minor victory. I've never been a fan of this, but it's not really that big of a deal. I enjoy taking my time and going as slow or as fast as I want. Stuff like this always stresses me out a little bit, but a victory is still a victory, and I can live with that. And for those that like to speed through things, well, they get extra rewards and bonuses, so I suppose that's fine. All right, primary objectives. Conquer the enemy camp. Laden shall not die. And secondary objectives, conquer the enemy village. Wait, does this play?
The legendary Commander Fergus will lead you into a simulated battle to teach you the basic principles of the military strategy and tactics of the Empire.
Huh, that's not at all what it says there. Emperor Carl believes in your abilities and is asking you to lead the armies of Adamantia into battle. But can you really... Okay, so this is what was said before we clicked into the mission. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, it scrolls. Okay. I thought there was, like, something else. All right, we're good. Let's do it.
Commander, considering we are both true warriors,
There
let
we
us
are.
not stand upon ceremony.
Can we sit upon the ceremony? Is that a thing that's possible? What?
The Emperor requires your services in war instead of wasting time with pretend fighting.
Hey, don't blame me. I didn't decide this.
I'm
Is you.
sure you look forward to playing for real. Then shall we begin your training?
Indeed, Fergus. Sorry, Commander Fergus. Fantasy Commander is a turn-based strategy RPG game, which is a little bit of a misnomer. I'm just going to call it out. RPG is role-playing game, so technically this is a turn-based, which should be hyphenated, comma, strategy, no hyphen, RPG, period. But as it is right now, turn-based strategy, RPG, which is role-playing game. It's, again, small, pedantic things that don't matter. I'm sorry, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. As often as I type those words, and I usually throw a tactical in there too, just to spice it up a little bit more, make it a little bit more spicy. It's fine. Each turn is divided into two phases, one in which you can move and attack with all the units, and one in which your adversaries will. The main control and interaction tool is your mouse. You will select, move, analyze, buy, upgrade your units, and attack your enemies, simply by pointing and clicking.
In battle, you must first analyze the field, the deployment, and the typology of the enemy units.
Oh, okay. Alright, use arrow buttons or point and click at the edges of the map to move around the battlefield. Don't suppose you gave me WASD movements, did you? Oh. Well, not yet. This is probably... Oh, that just skipped altogether. What? I didn't click? What happened? What did all that say? There are several types of terrain. The main ones are plain, forest, hill, mountain, and marsh. Oh, here we go. I think this is the same one that was there before. The type of terrain affects how the units move around and fight. In general, you'll receive some defensive bonuses in all terrains except for plains. Some units, such as dwarves, elves, or ogres, have special bonuses or malices on specific terrains. As an example, dwarves double their offense and defensive abilities in the mountains, while these characteristics get halved in the forests. The elves experience exactly the opposite, while the ogres are granted significant bonuses in the marshes. Okay, it all makes sense. There are also several types of territories with buildings. The main ones are villages, towns, castles, and temples. The presence of buildings affects how units move around and fight. In general, units seizing the hexagon with buildings receive notable bonuses in defense.
After surveying the battlefield, it is advisable to identify the targets.
True. You can see how the map, or you can see on the map how the objectives are identified. There are two kinds of objectives, primary and secondary. If you fulfill the primary objectives, yellow, before the secondary ones, light blue, the latter will result as being incomplete. So do the secondary objectives first. Makes sense. Even if you wipe out all the enemy units. There are also several levels of victory that, unless otherwise stated, depend on the number of turns it takes you to beat your main target. Or the primary objective, as it were. You can always check the summary of the mission by clicking on the briefing button in the menu interface.
Now that you know what to conquer and who to fight, it is time to deploy the army.
Thank you, sir. Click on a unit in the unit box and deploy it on one of them there hexagons that will be highlighted. Alright, so these are our boys and or girls down here. Okay, ooh, I kind of wish this was a little bit bigger. It's really, really small writing. The Laden, Elven Infantry. I feel like they're going to have like a lot of empty space, maybe. This probably all fills out with the map and whatnot, but I would like to see this bigger, larger text or something. I don't know how they would make that work 100%. Unless maybe they just made this whole thing bigger, just take up a little bit more space over here. I don't think that's unreasonable. Again, I'm going to be giving my thoughts throughout, guys and gals. I think this game looks really, really cool, like conceptually, and I like the idea of it. It looks like it's 100% right up my alley. So I'm just saying things that I think might be stumbling points for other folks, and or things that I'm like, I can read that, but, you know, other people might struggle to see that, because I know a lot of people might have worse eyesight than me. I mean, I have glasses. If I didn't have my glasses, I wouldn't be able to see any of this. So, yeah, just some things just feel better being a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to read. I'd say you could maybe increase it up and down, but at that point, you're not really getting the left and right, so you can't really go with bigger font. I don't know. I don't have the right solution, but I would say that it would be nice to see these just a little tiny bit bigger. All right, Elven Infantry, human archers, we have the Dwarven Infantry, and then we have human light infantry, and with the dwarves, well, that's interesting. Why does that disappear when I go over there? Well, I'd like to see what those skills and abilities are, but they don't stay. Which I guess is fine. Maybe it's supposed to be a mystery until you deploy your unit. You just know that there's something there. And at some point, we'll be able to recognize it just based off of what's there. Okay. Well, Eladin seems to be some sort of mage. So click and then click the box.
For the glory of Headmal.
Now you get to decide the orientation that the... Okay, cool. It's crucial during battle, melee, behind. Alright, so there's flanking and things of that nature. Excellent.
Yes, Commander?
Yes, Kommander. Deploy your units. In case you have any doubt, you can click on a unit on the battlefield to put it back into its box and deploy it again. When you have finished, click the end turn button.
At your orders, Commander.
Thank you.
Yes, my liege?
I'm going to put the
Who is the target du jour?
most likely more squishy individuals in the
For the
back.
glory of Headmon!
I'm also going to put you
At your
here.
orders, Commander.
These are all enemy units. Okay, I thought we had like some allied and some enemy. These are all enemy units. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I did something wrong. No,
Yes,
we're
my
good.
liege?
Okay. Bear in mind that some battles require you to deploy and then click on the end turn. Alright.
In this simulation, we will face units not unlike ours that will play the role of the enemy.
Cool.
Other special units such as cavalry, men-at-arms, dwarvish defenders, or the Lady of the Woods will be unveiled to you in the real war of Eukarion.
Cool. Other small suggestion, and again, I'm not picking on the game. I do like this. And if none of the suggestions or things that I say get changed, I'm totally fine with it. I'm just trying to offer a little advice. I like that the music is, well, I like that the person when they talk is clearly heard and it's not like drowned out by music and things of that nature. But my suggestion would be, if possible, again, I don't know how the game is coded. I don't know how difficult these options would be to add into the game. But instead of maybe cutting the music entirely, can you cut the volume down to like 20% or something where you can still hear it in the background, but it's significantly muted down, but not totally muted? I think that would be less abrasive than like, dun, 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 hey, I'm Bob, what's going on? Oh, so blah, 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 blah. Dun, 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 you know, have it kind of continue through so the song plays all the way through. Again, small little things. Apologies. I hope I'm not nitpicking or making anybody sad with anything that I'm saying. That's not the goal here. I just want you guys to, anything that I can see people really bouncing off of, I'd like to at least throw out there. Because people are heartless, cruel, evil people. Just to be clear, that they're really terrible. So, you know, when you remove some of their ammo, it helps you stay alive.
Start moving the army. The battle is on.
Yeah. All right. And again, I realize the guy's not going to be talking that often, so it's, again, probably totally fine. Just small little things. All right, select the archer unit and move it to one of the highlighted hexagons. All right.
Who is the target du jour?
I mean, these all seem like terrible choices. Let's go here. As you have probably seen, the movement always stops on the hexagon, which is next to the, well, enemy unit. This happens because all of the units exert a Zoc on the nearby hexagons, which forces enemies to stop. It is so fundamental to learn how to use Zoc and make use of it. Zoc are highlighted in orange. Yeah.
In
zone of
battle,
control.
you must always be alert and learn to make difficult choices at just the right time.
You tell me, Commander Fergus.
Now, show me how you would attack the enemies that you see carelessly positioned in front of our unit. Remember, carefully weigh all the possible outcomes of the fight.
Okay, I'm hoping that I didn't make a mistake and that our archer actually can shoot from a distance. Range of 3, that's actually incredible for games like this. I mean, I love that. Like, that's great. I actually don't like where you can only shoot like one tile over. I mean, it's fine, it's some range, but I like being able to shoot 3, 4, 5 targets out. That's fantastic. I love that so much. All right. Okay, melee attack and ranged attack. The type of attack is determined by the type of unit attacking. Before launching an attack, you can predict its outcome. Select any unit from your army and move the cursor over to enemy to display a prediction of the damage that you and the enemy will suffer from a melee attack. Warning, this is just a prediction, not the current outcome of the battle. There is a 30% percentage for the battle to go better or worse than expected. Interesting. So there's a 30% wild card getting thrown in there. Besides, keep in mind that the complex random combination of events in a battle are simulated by throwing the dice. Therefore, unexpected events can always happen, like very bad attacks or incredible critical hit. Okay. Okay, I like it. I like some randomness in that. Select any unit in your army and move the cursor to an enemy unit to view the battle prediction. All right.
Yes, Commander.
So if I attack from the front side, the defender will take 16 to 31, and our attacker will take 1 to 5, is what I'm guessing. To perform a ranged attack, the enemy must be in range and in the line of sight of the attacker, which varies depending on the unit. The advantage of ranged attacks is that the enemy cannot fight back. The disadvantage is that the line of sight must be free in order to attack. Okay, so it seems like this is an exception with magic. We can't have people between us and them if we're going to go for a ranged attack, which is interesting. The hexagons of the enemy units that can be hit will be highlighted in red. Another small thing that may be to be considered, it is clear which units are ours by the circle around their feet. You got the red, you got the red, you got the red, and we have the light blue. And then everybody's health bar is in red. I'm assuming that's what the 40 is there. It might be better for the eye. Again, just take this. Maybe my suggestion to developers is always this. If someone comes up with a suggestion and you have an active community that supports your game, like active on Discord or that the forums or whatever, right? The Steam discussion. And you're not sure, sometimes it'll be like a suggestion, you're like, oh, yeah, that's great. Why didn't I think of that? That's incredible. Should have known, right? And then there's other times where you're like, I always say throw it to your community, see what they think. Get their thoughts on any suggestion that comes from me or anyone else. If you're not sure about it, if you don't immediately think, hey, that's a great idea. But my suggestion would be maybe keep everything the way it is as far as the circle colors and all that. But maybe green health bar? I don't know if there's status effects or what. This is all first blush, right? Maybe green health bars for allies and red health bars for enemies? Maybe something like that, or blue or whatever. Could be a little bit of a more eye-catching way to differentiate. Again, this totally works. Just small little things thrown out there. Obstacles to the line of sight of units, with the exception of those who use magic, are all types of terrain except for planes. Oh, really? And enemy units. Oh, can we shoot over allied units? I am curious. Select the archer unit and attack an enemy by clicking on a unit. They have a range of 3. Yeah.
Who is the target du jour?
So there, it's 11 to 26. I kind of want to move you over, but it's not going to let me. I just want to see if I could, Also, wouldn't they have to block 2 squares? I don't know how that would work exactly. Because this is it's not like I'm doing a straight shot here. I'm kind of doing a diagonal shot. I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. All right. Archers, crossbowmen, and mages support and defense. The unit types archers, crossbowmen, and mages play a very important function of support in defense. If an enemy attacks a unit which has an archer, a crossbowman, or a mage next to it, the unit will receive a defensive bonus. Interesting. This support is valid only for 1 attack in each turn. That's fascinating, actually.
Well done.
Thank you.
It is always better to weaken an enemy from a distance before engaging in hand-to-hand combat.
I 100% agree, Commander Fergus.
Now for the fray. I suggest you maneuver and hit the enemy at his flank.
I will try to do that. In order to perform a melee attack, the target must be on a hexagon next to the attacking unit. The advantages of a melee attacking is the high impact of damages and the possibility to maneuver before the attack in order to try to hit the enemy at his flank or from behind. The disadvantage is that the enemy counterattacks causes damage to your own unit. So essentially, okay, it's fine. Attacking an enemy from his flank or behind does not have the same effect as a frontal attack. The best attack ever is from behind. In this case, the enemy cannot counterattack and suffers double damage. Attacks to the flank have advantages as well and are always better than a head-on attack. This rule does not apply to units in villages, towns, or terrains with buildings. When they are attacked, they're always considered being a front. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, it's fine. The best attack is from behind. You could drop ever, I guess, out of that. Okay, anyway, it's all good. Select the unit light human infantry, move it if necessary, and attack an enemy by clicking on it. Oh, this guy, huh?
Yes, my liege.
An excellent attack.
Thank you.
I do not understand why you have been compelled to this exercise.
I'm kind of a big
But
deal.
we must go through with it. Hence, show me what you can do with the elven veterans.
That's these boys, right? Select the unit Elven Infantry and activate the special ability Offensive Mastery. The attack characteristic of the unit will increase by 30% for 2 turns. I kind of don't want to do what you want me to do. This guy's got 2 HP. Alright. One per battle and 1 per turn. Interesting. So it lasts for 1 turn? No, it lasts for 2 turns. Okay. It boosts the army's attack.
It will not be easy to lead such strong elven veterans in war. Enjoy their power during this training.
Why would that not be easy?
Now, show me what you can do with the magic powers of the Enchantress.
Okay. I'm here for it. Some units can cast spells with various effects. These effects are summarized in a window that pops up when you move the cursor over the icon of the ability. To use a spell, just click on the corresponding active icon. When you select a spell to attack, the target area and the units it will hit become visible. Be careful, because some spells can damage both enemy and friendly forces in the area. Cool, AoE. Didn't know that was going to be a thing. Select Eladin and click on the icon of the spell Enchanted Dots. The enemies that can be hit will be highlighted. Click on an enemy unit to hit it with a spell.
For the glory of Hedmal!
For the glory! Alright, cast 3 times per battle, 1 per turn. Wow, range of 6. That's incredible. The duration is immediate effect. Powerful enchanted darts against an enemy unit. I'd like to move here. Oh, it's not going to let me do that at all. Alright.
Great! You can truly fight.
Uh-huh. I didn't do that much.
Now, let's see how you deploy the dwarves in defense.
I'm a little concerned about this person and my elf being kind of where my elf is. Or Eladin, as it were. Units that are not involved in a moving action can entrench in a hexagon where they are currently located. To do this, you need to select the unit and click entrench. Excuse me, I'm dying for a second. Alright, I'm still dying, but it's fine. The entrenchment can be repeated for up to 5 times, and it boosts the unit's defense. Defenses built by the entrenched unit are destroyed if the unit moves. They decrease progressively when the unit suffers attacks, until they disappear. Alright, let's
At your orders, Commander.
Okay, it's that button right there.
Perfect. Now, let us see what you can really do.
Sure.
You have the command. Capture the camp behind the river. If you can.
Yes, you can. Alright, from now on you can move and attack freely to select the units of your army. You can also use the next unit button. When you have finished moving, you will want to end your turn. Remember that your main objective is the camp behind the river, while the second one is the village. The sooner you capture the camp, the bigger the victory. Fight to your best, because even if it is only a simulation, the enemy will be merciless.
For the glory of Hedmal!
Oh, looks like I can still move, though. Okay.
Who is the target de jour? Yes, my liege. Yes, Commander?
Like, I mean, I could just kill this guy, like, straight up gone. Or I can go here and potentially take him out. I'm going to try. I'm going bold. It's probably not going to work. 18 to 33. I have to hit like almost max. But sometime, oh, I knocked him back. Okay, that was unexpected. And he's demoralized. Is he gonna go be like, golly gee willikers, I don't know what to do with myself at this point. All right, it's fine. They ignored me entirely, I think.
Who is the target du jour?
Alright, take care of that guy.
For the glory of Hedmal.
I think I move here. Wait, how much do I do? Oh, I just attack with magic. What's my range? Oh, my range is 3. Why did I use the spell? That spell was terrible. Oh, could I have attacked as well as used the spell? I don't know. Well, either way, I think I'm gonna hit this guy.
Yes, Commander? At your orders, Commander.
Yeah, the dwarf doesn't particularly like the defense there. Oh, cool.
Yes, Commander?
Oh, we can continue to move. I didn't realize.
For the glory of Hedmal.
There's so many cool things that I just learned. Excellent.
Who is the target du jour?
Alright, that seems fine.
For the glory of Hedmal.
Oh, I just put
Yes,
him
Commander?
out of the city, huh?
At your orders, Commander. Who is the target du jour? Yes, Commander? Who is the target du jour? Yes, Commander?
Oh no.
Yes, Commander? Yes,
He couldn't move extra. Alright, I'm gonna go there and attack this guy. But I now have the city. I'm in a terrible spot
Yes,
though, and
Commander?
I wasted my dude's movement there.
Who is the target du jour?
For the glory of
Yes,
Hedmal.
So some mistakes are definitely made. Yeah, that's fair.
Who is the target du
I
jour?
deserve that. That was on me.
For the glory of Hedmal.
At your orders, Commander. Yes, Commander?
Alright, our dwarf is
For
there.
the glory of Hedmal.
I think I can cast farther away. So that's one of the reasons we want to use our little arrow spell thing. Oh, look at... Oh, they're
Who
boldly
is the
coming
target
forth.
du jour?
You made a terrible choice.
Yes, Commander?
For the glory of Hedmal.
Can I do this?
At your orders, Commander.
For the glory of Hedmal.
Yes, Commander? Who is the
Yes,
target
Commander.
du jour? Orders, Commander.
So, did you have something that lets him move after? No fear, all demoralizations canceled. That's just a straight buff. A recovery. Oh, cool. He uses all the medicines available to heal the wounded. Oh wait, could I cast that on someone? Nope, just himself. Alright, that's cool. We're figuring some stuff out.
For the glory of
Congratulations,
Hedmal.
Commander.
Thank you.
You have excelled in the exercises. Now, let us go to the camp and finish this damn lesson and send you to war.
Yeah, also I might have got someone murdered. Totally not my fault though. Finish the military training, achieve your first epic victory. That should stay much longer than it did. I feel like double or even triple the time would be fine. Augustalia, experience points, and military fame. Cool. Conquer the enemy camp. Oh, and then the breakdown of what each thing did. Very neat. I did lose 1 unit. They lost 7. They were kind to me though. They were kind to me. Welcome to the camp, Commander. Here is where you will manage the logistics and organization of your army. All the units forming your army appear in the central area at the top. I feel bad for losing the one guy, by the way. Click on a unit to visualize its characteristics in the central area. Try selecting Eladin. Alright, okay, I'm going to say this again. I know that there's times where if you try to scale stuff up, it will not look good, and it's possible that that's why. But you got a lot of open real estate. I would probably increase the size of this by 20 to 50%. And I think that would be perfect. It would give you everything. It's not bad. It's just, again, the writing here is a little bit small, especially like units. The unit of Eladin, Elfish Enchantress of the Ancient Forest of Hedmal, it is a little hard to read, even for me. So, again, 20 to 50% increase on this. You got all this open real estate. I don't know if that's possible. Like I said, oftentimes when you zoom in on stuff, it looks significantly worse. So people will not want to do that because they don't want the game to look bad. So I get it. Alright, units can upgrade. It can be upgraded or sold. You can sell your units except for heroes and some units that you will require in specific campaigns. Selling a unit, you will recover part of its value. In order to be upgraded, a unit must have enough experience points to level up, and your finances allow this expense. When a unit can be upgraded, a green plate will appear next to its icon. Plate, huh? Okay. Upgrade or upgrade units. Small typo. Units gain experience. Again, the game is not out yet. So I'm also trying to see any little things that I do see that can be easily fixed, like a typo here and there. Maybe cleaning up some of the language a little bit. And there's gonna be people that are far better than me that could also help with that. Just again, I'm not nitpicking. I'm sorry. I always feel bad because I can't fathom how if I created something, I put it out there, and people get to interact with it and play and enjoy it. And then they just come at me like, well, this and this and this, like it would hurt, and I feel bad ever suggesting things. I know I've apologized. You guys want me to shut up about it, so I will. But still, units gain experience points for each fight they take part in, based on the final result of the battle. That means that, for example, an epic victory gives more experience points than a decisive victory. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. To upgrade a unit, select it and click Upgrade button that appears. As you will see shortly, the upgrade of a unit made up of 2 phases. Try and upgrade Eladin. I missed is and the. It's my own fault for reading poorly. Alright. As you have seen, the characteristics of the unit have already improved. At this point, you can increase some of them even more, according to your style of play. Distributing the free points using the plus buttons. You can also click auto to have them distributed automatically. Okay. Once you've assigned all the available free points, confirm button will activate, and then you can go on to the second phase. Alright, once you have confirmed, you will not be able to come back, so don't make any mistakes. We have 8 points to assign. You guys already know how I play. But I'm going to be a little different. I'm going to throw some defense in there. I mean, I would have just put it all into range if I could, but, you know, it's fine. Okay, confirm. Upgrade units, abilities, and spells. This music is a bit louder than I would like for me talking over, but this isn't a complaint. I think my volume might be up in my headset or something. This is the second phase, and it consists of the upgrade of the abilities of the selected unit. You can decide to upgrade an ability you have already acquired, or to teach the unit a new ability. The current level of an ability you have is shown above its icon. Choose an ability, and then click on its icon. So we have level 1 of Enchanted Darts, which does 5 to 15, and we could upgrade it to do 5 to 20. Or we could get Air Blessing, Air Elemental Power, which is 25% offense and 45% defense increase. Or Water Blessing, which is just defensive. I think I like the Air Blessing. In the middle of the rightmost column, you can see how many Augustalia, or what is it? Augustali, there we go, you have, and the number of battles that you have won and lost as a commander. Where is this? In the middle of the rightmost column. Oh, over here. Okay. Got it. Units in the army aren't directly at your service, but they are granted to you by the Emperor of Adamantia. The first number in the max number of units tells you how many units are in your army. The second one, how many you can control. The Emperor will grant you a maximum number of units that you can control according to the importance of the battles you are going to fight. In order to enroll new units, you must click on the recruitment button and go to the corresponding section. Click on recruitment now. All right. Ooh, look at those guys. Oh, you got a little siege engine. We probably have a healer. There's a horse unit. This section mirrors the one about the army, but this time you can see the units that you can recruit and not those already in your army. Next to the icon of each unit, you can see how many units of that type are available for recruitment. 4, 1, 1. Okay, cool. To enroll a unit, you just have to select it and then click the recruit button, which appears in its description. The units that can be recruited vary depending on the military campaign you are facing. Select and recruit a unit. Clerics. The clerics of Adamantia are ready to serve the Empire in return for a small donation to the church. They are men of peace and with miraculous healing powers who avoid battles, but they also know how to strike and defend themselves from the armies of chaos. Strong points, healing spells, they can hit enemies from a distance with magic. They are vulnerable with very low levels of power. With a very low level of powers of endurance. I don't know what that means, but okay. To enroll a unit, you must select it and then click the recruit button, which appears in its description. The units can be recruited vary depending on the campaign. Okay, we know that. How much money do we have? We have a bit. The clerics of the Empire are always eager to resurrect the glorious fighters of Adamantia, and in return ask for just a small 3,000 donation. In order to resurrect units which died in battle, you have to click the cemetery button and go into the... Oh, that's awesome. Corresponding section. Cool, let's click cemetery. Wait, this guy never died, but okay, this guy definitely died. All those who died in battle end up in the cemetery. Here you can see the units which died in battle. The resurrection cost depends on the level of the experience of the unit. In order to resurrect a unit, you must have selected it and then click the resurrect button that appears on its description. Select and resurrect a unit. The whole thing needs to shift down slightly. It's kind of overwriting itself. It's just slightly out of place. Is it the same cost? No, it is not. All right. Resurrect. You can save your progress even during this phase. Click save to access the save screen. Saving is, however, disabled in the tutorial. Liar! No, it's fine. I'm going to resurrect this guy, actually. Alright. Though that might have been foolish. Click on the battle button to proceed with the military campaign you are fighting. First of all, you will access the map and military operations section. Your counselors will brief you on the situation, and you will be able to read the reports on the battles you have fought and on those you have yet to fight. This way, you can review the objectives accomplished as well as those you still have to achieve. You're ready to go to war and conquer. Fame and honor. Congratulations, Kommander. I mean, I'm not yet. Soon. A man-at-arms. He's super expensive. Like another archer. Maybe, oh, that's human infantry. I'd say maybe one of the elite elves. Yeah. That's our 10. Okay, now we're ready. I kind of want to break off the episode, but I want to see how far we go here. Oh, perfect. Ah, it's excellent. That's what I was hoping would happen, but I wasn't sure if it would. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for our very first episode. We kind of ran through the tutorial. I spat a bunch of nonsense. It gave some suggestions. And again, the overall goal is to hopefully be able to improve the overall experience for everyone with any suggestions that I make. Feel free to add your own thoughts and ideas and maybe suggestions in the comment section. I'm very, very eager to play this game. It's 100% right up my alley. The developer reached out to their target audience in me, so thank you so much. And apologies for it taking a little bit of extra time. But we're here now, and I'm very eager to play. I don't know how far into play until the game is out. I don't want to just like play through it and, you know, upload it all, and the game never ends up releasing before that's done. So I will probably slow play this until I get a bit more information, maybe an episode a week or something like that. But very, very cool game. Never heard of this back in the day, so I'm very excited to actually be able to check it out now. Anyway, folks, if you want more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, publisher, any of that stuff, it's all going to be down below in the description of the video, just like it always is, with various links and things of that nature. That all being said, I've been your host today, Bumpy McSquigums. Thanks for listening to me ramble and rant and rave and just have a good time and enjoy what we went through. I'm looking forward to more. Hopefully you are as well. Thanks for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.